Good morning, folks, and welcome aboard to my morning car rant. Thank you very much for KD yesterday for doing a wonderful job at hosting a great event here. We did our open mic at Touch Lounge in Cranston, and we thank you all for an attendance. We did have quite a few comics come on out, and thank you very much. We even had Bill Simus there from you know who he is. Funny for Funds made $10 million for raising a lot of money for folks, and we had Mike Murray, who was also one of the co-founders of that event of Funny for Funds, and now Bill Simus is taking it over, and you're gonna love it, folks. We do have a lot of comedy. We had a lot of people come on out and join us, and that's a special thing. Now, folks, tonight we'll be at Jake and Johnny's Lounge, and we have Aaron Leidecker as our host. Jake and Johnny's Lounge is Aaron Leidecker. Now, on Sunday, we have Pub on Park, a show, not an open mic. There are tickets available. Reach out to me. Tickets are available. You can buy them at the door. They're really only $20.
Red light camera reported.
And folks, guess what? The food at the Pub on Park is amazing. You can buy what you want. Just pay for the tickets separately. Also, drinks are reasonable, and you get a great comedy show with music at the beginning. So that's Sunday, and we'll kick that show off around, I believe, 7 p.m. Sunday, whatever. We want to get there early, ladies and gentlemen. So Pub on Park on Sunday. Got a busy weekend, folks. Really busy. And thank you all for checking in. Randy McCauley, Kyle Stanton, Rhonda, and Karen, my breeder of Nala O'Kitty girl, is here. The lady who made sure she was born perfectly on St. Patrick's Day. Thank you so much, and we'll get more into that in a moment. So anyway, folks, we thank you for joining me. Now, this is a political rant, and we're going to have some fun with this. I post this everywhere. It goes live here, and then it gets posted everywhere else, and it's on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube as well when you get there, and we'll have some real good times on YouTube and TikTok and the like. So it's posted everywhere. It is catching on, and I can't thank you folks enough for following me and giving me stars. My God, stars. I love stars. Brightens up my universe. Well, folks, you know, you can see the race is tightening, and you always get that toward this time of year. I believe that Kamala Harris has peaked during her performances, and then I think now the reality comes, and you have an interview as she has her hand held by her tampon man. Tampon Tim will be there sitting alongside of her to try to avoid her word salading. And then it'll be taped on CNN with Dana Bash. And that's right, taped. So don't worry. All the bad stuff, all the word salads, all the flip-flops, all the bullshit will all be edited out. Expect it to be a win for Kamala Harris tonight on CNN. Don't expect real journalism anywhere from CNN, as they do continue to do their in-kind donation to the Democrat Party. It's always going to be a win for them. It's going to be a win. And now we got Kamala Harris wanting to be able to have notes at the debate. No notes. You've been in power, and you are still in power. And if you can't figure it out now, jerkface, maybe you shouldn't be in this race. But for a woman who was way, way behind even Joe Biden, they were trying to get her off the ticket, way behind Joe Biden at the very beginning, saw that Joe Biden wasn't going to be a winner for them, and turned what they call, well, they wrapped a piece of shit up in a Tootsie Roll wrap, and they called it candy. That's right. That's what they did. And because shit looks like Tootsie Roll, right? It looks like that round stuff. So they grabbed shit on the sidewalk and they rolled it up in a Tootsie Roll wrap, and they said, here you go, buy this. It tastes great. And folks, the media is doing everything desperately they can to build up this failure, which will ruin your life. I mean, if you folks are still buying, I mean, think about this. Here's Kamala Harris in a race running against herself, all while supporting Donald Trump. Did that make any sense to you? Kamala Harris is in a race against herself, all while supporting Donald Trump. Well, these are all her policies she's running against. It's got nothing to do with Donald Trump. The economy sucks, the open borders, all the stuff that's going on, right, Ruth? All the stuff that's going on, open borders, everything. And then Kamala Harris wants you to believe when she's in office, if she gets elected, she'll fix it. Well, wait a minute. You created it. You can fix it now, but you want us to elect you so you can pretend to fix it again. She's a liar, folks. And then meanwhile, turning around and saying, hey, everything Donald Trump wants to do, I like. So is she wearing a MAGA hat and supporting Donald Trump? Because I guess so, because we have RFK came over to support Donald Trump, and you have Tulsi Gabbard came over to support Donald Trump. You got a lot of Democrats that I've spoken to privately that come over to support Donald Trump. So maybe Kamala Harris is running a Trump campaign, and everybody's going to catch on because she's running a Trump campaign, all while running against her own policies, while telling you she's going to fix her own bad policies once she's in office. But she's already in office. So she's already in office. Already in office, folks. So you got to ask yourself, you're already in office. Why aren't you fixing it? Meanwhile, he's supporting Donald Trump. You got Tampon Tim as your side man. He's on your side, trying to help you tonight. And that's will be a taped interview, which will be edited. That's right, edited. Because you know, you people on the left, you'll buy anything, even a piece of shit wrapped up in a Tootsie Roll wrap, and you say, tastes like good stuff, but it's shit. And the Democrat Party and everybody is out there pushing it, all while threatening you, while saying if you get Donald Trump into office, there'll be riots in the street. We are not going to let that happen. We're going to challenge the election. And oh, by the way, we're still going after him with the legal system, and we're going to try to put him in jail before the election. And if you're not seeing the Democrats, what they've done to this election, they kicked their own guy out. They kicked Robert F. Kennedy off the ticket. He's back on. They got his family against him. They went after the legal system against Donald Trump. They're trying to kick him off the ticket. And you telling me you vote for who? Who you voting for? You're being manipulated by the media, and you're okay with that? This is your game? You like being controlled and manipulated like you were some friggin' underling in a communist country? You're a commoner? Is that what you're doing? Because that's what you're doing. So that's what you're doing. You could see all the illegal activities going on in the Democrat Party right now. All the gamemanship, all the election control. You can see it going on. And you've got to ask yourself, wait a minute, wait, hold on. Why should somebody be controlling my decision? And oh, by the way, how did I get so brainwashed to believe that this woman is going to fix things on the day one when she's already in the office right now and can fix it? Think about it for 1 minute, folks, right? Think about it. Pretend you're Kamala Harris. All right? I don't want you to think that. I know it's gross. But pretend you're her for a moment. You're in a race. They threw you in a race because they're afraid they'll look racial if they didn't put you on the ticket. So they had no choice but to build you up and to pretend like you're like this Jesus, which you're not. But think about it. Now, here you are. Right? Now, all of a sudden, you've got to win an election, right? So what do you do? What do you do? So you got to get out there, and now you have to convince people that you are not in office right now. You're just a regular candidate. You're not in office. And you want people to think. You want people to think that you could change things on day one. Now, if you were her, and you wanted to really win this election, wouldn't you want to not say, Joe Biden and I just now took taxes off of people who earn tips. Right now, we did that. We signed an executive order. There's no longer taxes on tips. And oh, by the way, Joe Biden and I, right now, we are beginning reconstruction of the border wall. And we are sending people back to the Southern American countries. We are breaking down all these encampments all over the place. Joe Biden and I right now are restarting the Keystone Pipeline. Now, you would hear all of that and you would say, holy shit, wow, she really did do a turnaround. And oh, by the way, that's what we're looking for, a better economy and no taxes on tips. And we're looking for, energy independence and no more do I want to have any more mandatory electric cars. And we're going to stop construction of charging stations for these cars that can't do much. So you would think if you're running for president and you have the power of the pen and you have the power to change everything you say you're going to do on day one, but can do it now, why aren't you doing it? I asked you a question. Yes, you liberals who watch this, I asked you a question. Why aren't you doing it now? Why do we have to wait to an election day? Vote for me or else. So you do really believe she's going to do that when she can do it right now? I'm asking a simple question. And all I want is a real simple answer from you. You have to figure it out yourself. Look, liberals, I know you're stupid. I really do. I met a comic stupid guy last night. I'm not even going to mention his name. His comedy's not so funny anyway, but I'm not going to even mention his name. I mean, so far up the liberal ass, he can't even get past. He's past the stink. I had to walk away from him because he's not even worth my moments. Not even worth it. I'm not even going to get into any further description of this individual. He's just horrible. But you can't make it up, folks. You can't make it up. But here it is. You're at the helm. You are the leader. You are in power. You have the media behind you. You have everything you want. Wouldn't it have been nice to go into this fake interview today, Kamala, saying to Dana Bash, or I refer to as Dana Trash? Can you imagine having a thing with Dana Trash today and saying to her, hey, Dana, before I came here, Joe and I, we eliminated taxes on tips. That's right. Even though I was the deciding vote on 87,000 new IRS agents to go after people who are in tips, I just went ahead against my own policy, and Joe and I, we now took away tax on tips. Wouldn't it great if you go see Dana Trash tonight and that would have been your thing? So, again, I ask you liberals who are really, or you independents, or you suburban women, or some of you black African-American folks who really don't understand who your slave owners were. They were Democrats, and they still want you under their thumb. Do you still live in the projects? Are you still living in poverty? Democrats been in power for 3.5 years. Are you feeling better? How cheap is it to go shopping for you right now? Do you own a car? Is it easier to feed your children or easier when Donald Trump was in office? Do you still have impoverished conditions where you live in now? Are there killings in your neighborhood? Did they defund the police? Hello, African Americans out there on the fence. I'm asking you, has your life become better under Democrats? Ever? The only thing you get is free food every time they have a little get together to, a political campaign with macaroni, meatball, salad, bread, and everything. And then at the end, they give the free food out. They give it out to the neighborhoods. Here's the leftover food. Feast, enjoy. Is that it? Or did you forget the people who went on a battlefield and lost their limb and life so you be free and there wouldn't be slavery? Are you going to Ivy League schools and who had slaves built their schools like Brown University? Are you going to those schools? And are you paying them big money when they were built by the hand of slaves? Are you really? Did you forget, my African American friends? Did you forget, really, who put you in the worst conditions? It wasn't the Republicans. Republicans aren't your problem. It's the Democrats that's your problem. Democrats will always be your problem. Why would you continue to you're so smart. Why would you let them control your thought process? Women, they took your identity away. They took your girls' sports away and they put boys in the girls' room so they can rape your daughters. And then they'll beat you up when you go complain about it at a school board meeting. You're voting for these people? The ones who took your choice of raising your children away from you? By cutting off their private parts and turning them into people they would regret to be turned into because they weren't born that way? Is this who you are? This is what you become? Seriously. ArtistryBySteve.com. Thank you, GoDaddy. Thank you for visiting Artistry by Steve. On YouTube, don't forget to follow me. Subscribe on YouTube to me. Even on TikTok, Steve Comic on TikTok. And oh, by the way, folks, Upside. Download the app. 6MMJUU. Use that code. Download the app. Go out and get gas. Go out and get food. Go out and do shopping and get paid. Make $100 a month. Others do better. You'll see why. You can put that in your debit account, PayPal, any gift card you want, and it's no fees ever. Upside. I don't know why you're not using it. If you are, you'll see why I constantly talk about it. Folks, I have a lot of people who believe in me. I want you to believe in me. Like, share, give me stars. I need all I can get to move to other levels so I can do this more for you. I'm not going away, folks, until they close the lid of my casket. I don't go away. Thank you so much for following me. Have a great day. We're going to get to see you tomorrow.